Hello, my beauties. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new Pick a Card, Pick a Pile reading where we are going to be going in deep on what does your love, what does he or she want at this time from your relationship, from your connection. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And how do they want to proceed? Especially if you guys have been struggling or going through some sort of ups and downs in the relationship. I know some of you have, very different experiences going on here. That's why I want to make sure that I can address as many different scenarios here as I can. So I know some of you have third-party situations where, your person may be struggling to leave that situation, or they may be influenced by other people who are not good for them. Some of you have geographical location issues where you're kind of stuck in different places and you're having trouble, right, with communication and travel. So I know you guys are going through a lot right now. So that's why we're going to go in deep on the energies of what your person truly wants at this moment. And so just to let you know, I am just experimenting here because it is actually beautiful outside. Thank you so much for all of you who have sent me messages and comments and emails just saying that you missed me because I missed a few readings. Thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful. I can't tell you how much your love and support means to me. And yes, I am in California, and so we have been having these wildfires. We even had an earthquake the other day. It actually knocked me out of my sleep, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Like, aren't the wildfires and everything else and COVID and all this stuff enough that on top of it we have an earthquake? So I decided to come outside today because the air quality has gotten a bit better, and I thought, let's try something new. It's very serene. I thought I would give you a nice little view of the spa, which is going right now, and I thought it might give us some really beautiful energy, right? So now, if you want to take some time to close your eyes, take a deep breath, choose which of these you feel most guided towards. As always, you can pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or you can pick all of them and see which messages resonate for your situation, and just take those and leave the rest. So let's go through the piles. The first pile is, if stones help you, this is the pink stone, and this deck is the 6 Coins Tattoo Tarot deck. So if that helps you, just to have that additional information. Second pile is the green stone, and this deck is the Dark Mansion Tarot. And this third pile is the blue stone, and this deck is the, I believe it's the Tarot Grand Lux. So go ahead and take a moment to make your choice. And group 1, I will see you right now. Okay, hello my lovely group 1. Please do bear with me. This is the first time I'm doing this from a lawn chair. And I just want to make sure that my camera is steady. So if it's a bit unsteady, I really appreciate your patience because I literally have it right in front of me and I'm trying my best here. So welcome my pink stone group. Let's take a look at what Spirit has to say for what does he or she, your love, your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, what do they really want from this relationship, from this connection at this time? Wow, okay. So we're getting some bigger, getting some bigger energies here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move this up a bit, trying to get all of these into the frame here for you so you can see them. Okay, wow. Okay, some really cool energies coming through here. So what I see already is a couple of different things here. So that should be good, right? You can see them all. So look at this. So first of all, your love is going through some major shifts right now. We have two major arcanas, and what's interesting here is we have the sun on this side and we have the moon on this side. Isn't that amazing? Contrasting energy. Okay, so to me, that tells me that your person has definitely been experiencing a bit of contrast in their life and in their life experience, right? They may have been feeling like they've been on some sort of a roller coaster, right? Because like going up, going down, going up, going down. A lot of contrasting energies, a lot of almost energies of highs that are very high and then lows that are very low. And that's something that they have definitely been struggling with. And so if you feel that your love has been acting a bit weird lately, maybe sometimes they act a bit too emotional and other times they act a bit too cold, and you're like, wait a second, like yesterday you were like so emotional and so open and so communicative, and I felt like, wow, we're having these really close, intimate moments and we're sharing so much, and then like, you know, a couple of days later it's like they've completely stepped back and they've completely clammed up, and now they're like cold and distant and they won't say anything, and you feel like something's going on but they're not really telling you what's going on. So that's the kind of energy that that your person is going through right now. It's like they're really struggling with their own sense of confusion. They're really struggling with their own sense of feeling really good one day and then feeling not so good the next day, or kind of like doing that up and down cycle where they may go through some time where they're feeling fantastic and then you feel that too, right? You're like, wow, this is great. You know, we're doing really, really good. We're getting somewhere. And then all of a sudden they may have like an emotional crash where they're just not being cooperative at all. So I'm getting an energy here also of cooperation. It's like there is so much desire here. Sorry, I feel like I don't want the wind to come and blow these cards away. There's so much desire here that they want in terms of co-creating with you. See, look at this beautiful card here, co-create. So it's like they want very much to be your partner. Okay, they want to be the kind of partner that you would be proud of, the kind of partner that could really step up into being that kind of partner that everybody wants. Like, you know, the kind that you would say and brag to your friends and family, like, oh my gosh, my love, he is amazing, she is amazing, like he does this for me and she does that for me and this is how we are together. Like, they want to be able to be the kind of partner that you would want to show off, you know, in a good way. And I feel like one of the issues that they've been having is in that co-creation. It's like sometimes they tend to just step back and become very loner kind of energy, right? Especially when they come into this moon's energy. I think that they shift into this energy more than they want to. So it's like they don't want to step away from you. They don't want to become cold and distant and more confused. But sometimes they just can't help themselves. They get into that moodiness. And I am feeling that very strong from this group right here. I feel like your partner tends to be a bit on the moody side, and so and I feel like it goes against their best intentions. So it's like they don't want to be moody, they don't want to be like in that up and down roller coaster energy where they're kind of like in that, you know, high of the sun, which is a beautiful energy here, right? With the sun's energy, where they're just feeling like, wow, life is smiling down on me and I'm doing so great, and you know, you and I are doing so great, and we're really getting somewhere, right? We're basking in each other's love and goodwill and, you know, warmth and happiness. And then all of a sudden, right, they get into this energy and then they can't sustain this. See, this is the problem with your person. They have the best intentions about wanting to give you a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of nurturing. They really want to be supportive of you. They want to be your best friend. And when they are in that energy, they're amazing at co-creating that experience with you, as in they're really great at having that relationship with you and really making that relationship grow, kind of planting the seeds for something beautiful, so that with this sun's energy, it's like you are literally growing this beautiful connection that is blooming, right? And this is so important. It's like they have the intentions for this because you are their home. I think that you make them feel the warmest that they possibly can feel, with especially because of that moody energy that they have, right? So it's like you are the closest to home that they have in their life. That is the cozy warmth feeling that they have that comes from this sun's energy. So they feel like they want to give to this connection so much. They don't want anything to happen to this connection, because see, it's like they're afraid that you may at some point become tired of their moodiness. Like they're really concerned that if they continue to kind of behave in this little bit of that up and down, one day I'm grouchy and cranky, one day I'm happy and go lucky, that what it's going to do is it's going to take the spark out of your connection, out of your love. Like it's going to dull this love, and they don't want that. So I feel like some of the things that are coming through here right now is not just what they want, but also what they don't want and what they're afraid of. And so that is coming through as one of their great fears, is that if they aren't able to be better with that moody kind of energy, because I feel like they tend to brood a little bit. It's like that brooding energy. And it's interesting because sometimes some people are very attracted to that energy, right? It's kind of like that dark, tall, dark and handsome, mysterious, brooding, sulking kind of sometimes energy. When it's a masculine, it can seem attractive, right? It can seem very mysterious and alluring, and they can seem very sexy, and it's almost like that kind of little bit of that bad boy thing. I feel like if this is a masculine that you are watching this video for, I'm feeling that that's how he comes across. Like he comes across as that really kind of bad boy, brooding, sulking kind of, feeling. And it's so funny because I feel like sometimes we don't even realize ourselves that we're attracted to that. Sometimes it's an unconscious thing. And it's so funny because I didn't even realize that I'm attracted to that until my cousin told me this. So like one time, this was like last Christmas, I was over at my cousin's house for Christmas, and we were talking about that show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's on Amazon Prime, if you've ever heard of it. But in there's a real life character who was real in real life. Like his name was Lenny Bruce, and he was this amazing comedian back in the 1950s and 60s. And so they have an amazing actor who plays him in the show, and he's exactly that. He's like this larger than life, charismatic, brooding, like that mysterious, really cool kind of a guy. And I was telling my cousin, I was like, oh my gosh, I love the Lenny Bruce character. I wish they would put him more in the show. And she's like, you have a type. She's like, you have a type. I'm like, really? What type is that? She's like, don't you see, you always love those bad guys, like those bad boy types, the ones who are brooding, the ones who are, moody, the ones who and I was like, really? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that, so I feel like, if that's what you're attracted to, it is absolutely fine. It's all right. We all have our kind of guilty pleasures here, right? So when it comes to your person, so I feel like very much for many of you, that might be your love, your twin flame or soulmate is kind of that kind of energy, right? So what's good about this is that they are aware of this. They know that this is what they're like, and they don't want you to lose interest in them because of that. Like, they don't want to drive you away. This is the thing. So they're trying very hard with this Eight of Cups, which is really, really fascinating, is that what they're trying to do is figure out how to work through the things that emotionally make them more moody, right? Like, it's almost like they're trying to figure out what their mood triggers are. Why are they like this? And I know that to a certain extent, when we're adults, it's very hard to change, basic foundational aspects of our personality. But what I love about what your person's energy here is coming through is that they know that they'll probably always be somewhat moody, but what they want to do is to make it better. Like, they want to decrease it for two reasons. One is so that you don't leave, like, so that you don't get turned off by them or they don't drive you away, but also because they want to be happier and they want to be happy with you, because remember, you are their sun, you are their home, right? You are their sun and you are their home. And so it's like they really want this connection to work. They want this relationship to work, and they want to work on themselves to be less moody, less triggered by things in life, so that they can enjoy life with you more. I think they've gotten to a certain point in their life where they've realized that this moodiness is really making them unhappy. And they need to turn their backs to it with this Eight of Cups energy. It's like they need to turn their backs on the things that are causing them to be this way, and then they can enjoy their life more. They can be happier, and they can be happier with you, like, as in, like, they can extend that happiness to the relationship, which is something they really want, because I feel that they're very afraid of losing you, very afraid. And so that's why we're getting this. See, I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. It's like the feelings are so there, but they feel that they give you some sort of mixed messages, right? Because they haven't been able to deal with whatever these issues are that they have with this Eight of Cups. Up till now, they haven't been great at dealing with those issues, right? So it confuses them. They are looking for the path out of that. Like, how can they make this better for you? How can they make this connection better? Now, there's a special message here that is also coming through for those of you who may have that third party situation. So see, we're getting this karmic partner. So I'm feeling that for some of you, there's a special message here where it's like, yes, your person is struggling with some sort of a karmic relationship in their life that is distracting them from your love together, right? So this could be any kind of karmic partner. It doesn't even have to be that they are in a different relationship or they're trying to get out of a marriage or a relationship. It could be that. It could also just be other karmic, what I like to call files, as in different karmic kind of accounts that you have with other people who are also obstructing something. It could be parents, it could be sibling, it could be friends, it could be anybody who is influencing them in, the wind is coming through, anybody who is influencing them, right, in terms of this connection or this relationship. And so they are definitely struggling with that too. But so if they have stepped away from you, say you are in some form of struggle or separation, they may have stepped back because of this issue, but look at this, they haven't given up hope. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. Okay, so there's a special message there for those of you who are struggling or are separated at this time. They have not given up hope. Okay, so that's the other message here. They have not given up hope that you guys can be together, because see, I still feel that you are their home. You are still their home, even though right now they cannot be with you. And they're trying very hard. And I feel like for them, for those of you who are in that situation with this karmic partner, I feel like this moon and sun is also that energy of the ups and downs that they're going through right now, trying to figure out how to get out of the confusion, how to get out of whatever is the situation that they want to leave but haven't been able to leave for various different reasons. And so this is the other thing, is that eventually it's like they want to co-create with you. Okay, they want to leave this. They want to get out of all of this stuff that is keeping them stuck and cranky and moody and distant, right? And they want to be able to come home to you and to co-create this relationship, this connection together. So I hope you liked that reading. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you if you would like to have a personal reading with me or order any of my oracle decks. All the links to that are in the box below. You know how much I love and believe in you guys, and thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe and like and share. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. Hello, my group number 2 who chose the green stone. This is your reading. Let's find out, what does your love, your twin flame, your soulmate, your masculine or feminine, what do they truly and deeply want from this relationship right now? What do they want to happen? What are they thinking and feeling? What do they want next? Oh, wow, look at that. What do they want next from this connection? Wow. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Make some space here so you can see all of them. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a look here. So we have 4 of Cups. We have the 5 of Swords and this beautiful 10 of Cups. Okay. So what I'm feeling here is that we definitely have a very deep connection. Okay. So this soulmate card, I always say labels really don't matter. It's totally up to you whether you see your love as your twin flame, your soulmate, your immortal beloved. None of that matters. All that matters is that love and connection, right, that you feel in your heart for this person. So first of all, yes, there is a very deep connection here between the two of you. This is a connection that is not new, as in you both have very much known each other. Even if you have known each other for a shorter time in this particular lifetime, you've known each other in past lifetimes. And in past lifetimes, you have been very, very compatible with each other. So there's like a very deep sense of compatibility and trust and companionship that you bring along with you into this life. But I feel though that even though you guys have that, and I think that is what has brought you together in the first place, and that is what has been kind of been holding you to, it's been the glue that has held your love together for a very long time. Even though I'm feeling that you have been experiencing struggle, I think both of you are aware that you have had issues with ego, and that's okay. We all have that, right? There's nothing new. That's natural, a normal part of human existence and the human journey, struggling with our ego, struggling with a little bit of power issues, like control issues, like, power struggles in the connection. That's also something that is coming through. But I feel that you guys have been doing this for so long that it's like there's something in you that just knows that you can work through what those struggles are, because there's a foundation that you've already built. And that is why I feel that even though you may be going through, going through modes of struggle, you always do come back to each other. You always do come back, because see, we're getting this 4 and 5 right here. So what I find interesting about this is, in terms of what is it that your person wants, they don't want to struggle with you anymore. They want things to go back to that companionship, that love, that foundational energy, that compatibility that you've always had. And so, see, I feel that with this Five of Swords, I feel that what's happened between the two of you has been much more about better understanding each other and not getting into power struggles, not getting into like, energies of like, oh, I want things my way. Because I do feel that one of the things that your person regrets and realizes that they want is to not have that energy anymore. It's like they know that to a certain degree they have been a bit unreasonable. They know that with this Five of Swords, it's like they have tried to kind of get their way a lot in the connection. They've tried to be the person who has the final word or decides things, and because they tend to have a bit of that pride issue going on, right? And so it's like they've been struggling with the fact that getting their way with you makes them feel very empowered, as in like they feel like they want to have their way with you, almost in a sense of like a child throwing a tantrum. And I feel like you may see that a lot because of this Four of Cups as well. So I feel like they don't want to be like this with you anymore. I feel like they're almost embarrassed that every time things have gone wrong with the two of you, or you've struggled, or you've had issues in the relationship, that they have been very pouty. They've been very childlike. They may have thrown some tantrums. They may ghost you for a few days just because they think that's going to teach you some sort of a lesson. And it's just like very embarrassing behavior, right? It's not mature. And so I feel that your person, they want you to see them as somebody who's better than that. They want you to see them as somebody who can be mature, who can step into a greater version of themselves for you and for them and for the relationship. So it's like their ego problems with this Five of Swords was very unstable. It brought a lot of instability to your connection because, see, I feel that before they started sinking into this kind of behavior, this more kind of like, I want things my way, that's how I feel good, that's how I feel empowered, and if you love me and cared about me, you would see things the way I see them, you would do things, or you would agree with me more, right? Like, this is somebody who isn't good with people disagreeing with them, especially not you, okay? So the person that they're in love with, you, when you disagree with them, they have a very hard time. They have a very hard time when you disagree with them. It's like there's something in their vibration, in their personality, that it's like they want you to be the open one. But they aren't or haven't been willing to be open as much. And that's not fair, right? That's not fair. So I think one of the things that they have realized is that they are not being fair with this whole wide open thing. It's like, why is it that you are the one who has to be open to their ideas, their opinions? You have to kind of go with the flow or go along with what they want, because oftentimes if you don't, they become like this with this Four of Cups. Look at this pouting young person here. But I feel like it really doesn't matter what your age is. Like, they're old people who pout all the time. Right? Because it's a personality issue. So I feel that your person, they want something better for the both of you. They know that they have thrown tantrums. They know that they have misbehaved. They know that they have blocked you in many ways. Like with this Four of Cups, it's also like when things didn't go their way, they pouted, they blocked the connection. They may have blocked you online or social media or by in connection. I feel like this is the kind of person when you're not agreeing with them, or you're actually saying look, it's, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you, or let's just agree to disagree on this. It's like they pout, they block, they go away for a few days or whatever. They don't want to talk to you because they feel like it's like personal, right? So this is one of the things that they have now realized, that if they want to be with you permanently, as in they want this connection to be the thing in their life, as in they don't want, you are the love of their life, you are their twin flame, you are their soulmate, however which way they see you, they don't want to lose you. And so they have realized that if they continue to behave this way, they're not going to get this 10 of Cups with you, because this is so beautiful, right? So I feel like deep down inside, and this is very much, again, what we saw before with this soulmate card, it's like they, below their issues with temperament, below their issues of being cranky, and being like more about like their own opinions, and being more about being right all the time. It's like with you, they feel completely themselves. They feel that they are totally emotionally satisfied. They have a level of emotional satisfaction with you that they have never ever felt with anybody else. And it's almost like they feel like you are so amazing because you actually put up with them. They're like, oh my God, I found the one person, my soulmate in life, who's actually willing to put up with my crap, who's actually willing to put up with my, my pouting, like my tantrums, like, like it's my way or the highway. It's like, and you know what? She or he is still here. Why? Like it's almost like they're wondering why you're still here. And so they're really afraid, though, that if they don't stop this is not going to go the distance. So see, this is the thing. They want your connection to go the distance. They are afraid that their own energies here with this 5 of Swords and this 4 of Cups is going to get in the way of the two of you going the distance, and they don't want that. So that is really important, and that is why it's like they've realized that it's not just for you to be wide open to their thoughts, their ideas, their opinions. They have to open themselves up to you as well. Like they have to be open-minded, open-hearted to your thoughts, your opinions, and how you want things to be as well. Because if they're not, this isn't going to go the distance. Okay, so what they're trying to do right now, and I like this for them, this is really good. They're trying to create something new. They want to create something new here with you. They don't want to lose this. They don't want you to run away from them. And I feel like that's also part of that energy of like this, like, like, are you going to go the distance together, or are you going to like literally run away from them? And so here's some messages, just some specific messages coming through, see? So our relationship was different and special. Other people didn't understand it. So this is where I feel like there's something here where there's an energy here where it's almost like people around you who know the two of you or have seen the two of you together. I feel like something, and this is for some of you, not for all of you, but I feel like there's a special message here for some of you, that it's almost like they have definitely misbehaved to the extent where other people have seen that nature in them, like other people around you, maybe your family, your friends. They know that your love tends to be more of this, opinionated, I want things my way, my ego, my pride, my opinions, like, and they tend to be a strong personality, and they don't hide that personality. So I feel that many of the people who know both of you, they wonder why you still tolerate them, right? Why this person is so opinionated and can be a bit difficult, but you tolerate them, right? And so it's like they understand that too, and they're very appreciative of you for standing up for them to your people, because I feel like for some of you, you have done that. You've definitely stood up for your love with other people who thought that, hey, why is this person so aggressive? Because with this Five of Swords energy, I feel like your person can definitely be aggressive. They're a go-getter. They don't mince words. They are definitely very open about their thoughts and feelings and their opinions, right? Almost to the point of, sometimes turning people off, but that's just who they are, right? And there's good qualities that come with that as well. So see, that's why they really do value your relationship. They know that it's different and it's special. Other people don't understand, because they can come off a bit pushy, right? And so look at this. Time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. So this, I feel like, is a special message for some of you who are in separation, and maybe something happened here, right, where things just got really difficult and you had to step back. But see, their feelings have not changed. And that's because they feel this deep level of compatibility. It's so interesting because it's an irony, right? It's an irony how, even with their opinions, even with how strong they are in their views, they're still at that core. There's a certain type of compatibility, silent understanding and companionship that the two of you have, where you just really do understand each other. And so you don't take them as seriously. Like, you don't take this love, your love, and their strong opinions as seriously sometimes as other people do. Like, you're okay to kind of just let it be, right? Because you both feel so emotionally satisfied in other ways together. And so I feel like the last message here for you is that for those of you who may be physically distant right now, maybe you are geographically in different places and you haven't been able to come see each other because of everything that's going on in the world and everything. I feel that for some of you, expect a visit. Some of you, I think that your love is going to physically come and visit you, and it's going to be unexpected. Like, you're going to be really surprised, but in a good way. You're going to be happy to see them, but they may just show up, okay? They may just show up as an unexpected visitor, but it may be a really nice surprise that you both really deserve. Okay, so let me know what you thought of this reading. Of course, it means so much to me if you subscribe, like, and share the reading. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of my oracle decks, the link to that is in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. You know how much I love you guys. See you all on the next one. Hello, my beautiful group 3 who chose the blue stone. Here is your reading. So we are asking the question, right? What does your love, your twin flame, your soulmate, what do they really want from your relationship, from your connection? Oh, lovely. What do they really want at this time? What are their thoughts, their feelings, their desires? Where do they want this connection to go? What is going on here? Okay, very interesting. So let's see, we have the Four of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, so we have 2 fours here. That is interesting. We have the High Priestess. Wow, okay. Memories. Receive. Wow, okay. So what I'm feeling here is that this reading is definitely, I feel, for those of you who have been struggling a lot in this connection. I know that there's different forms of struggle, but I feel like this one, I'm getting the energy of really deep struggle. Like, you guys have been really hurt. You guys have been feeling very heartbroken. You guys have been in some form of separation. Maybe you are talking, maybe you're not. It could be very minimal. But I do feel that both of you went through a lot in this connection. There's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of heartbreak. There's been a lot of emotional resistance. with this Four of Cups energy coming through, I just feel that your person has a lot of regrets. Okay, they're suffering right now. They are in a lot of pain because of this distance from you. It's taking its toll on them. So even if you haven't heard from them, even if you don't know what they may be thinking or feeling, just know that they truly are suffering. Like, they are really missing you. Okay, so this particular reading, I feel very much it's about missing you. It's about feeling extremely lonely, feeling dark, feeling like you have lost the love of your life, and just feeling very emotionally stunted because of that. So they definitely, okay, this is the energy of somebody who definitely wants to come back. They are seeking union with you. They are seeking forgiveness. They are seeking some sort of a second chance here. Because right now they feel that all they have left of you is their memories of you and the times that you shared. And the other thing that I'm feeling from this particular energy, these people, is that I feel very much that they took you for granted. Okay, they did not at all realize what they had. Okay, when you guys were together, when they met you, when you connected, when you had this deep, deep bond, it's like they were not able to see it for what it was. So what they did was they kind of minimized it in their own mind and in their own heart. They kind of tried to downplay. They tried to downplay because I feel like there was something in them that they weren't ready. They weren't ready for the depth of this connection. So when they met you, they were really, really scared. Okay, this was not something that they were expecting. This came as a shock to them. Okay, this connection came as a total shock to them. They had no clue. So it hit them really hard. And what they did in response to that, because I feel that this connection brought up a lot of stuff in them, a lot of things that they have been they've been repressing, they've been not wanting to talk about, things about their own mind, their own heart, their own life experience. It's like I feel that your person, they have definitely been through a lot of hard times. Okay, I do feel that they've also had relationships in the past that were crushing to the heart, as in they've been in a few other serious relationships that left them completely devastated. And so I feel that there's something in them that had started to identify with those losses. Like it became their story. Or see with this never-ending story card, it's like they internalized those losses, those breakups, into their story. Like it became like their story, and it didn't serve them well, right? Because what it did was that it kept them in a very negative, very pessimistic kind of attitude when it came to love. And the reason is because they stopped trusting love at some point, right? Like, because those people were not right for them. They chose the wrong people, or whatever. Those were karmic relationships, right? So sometimes it's not even that you choose them, they choose you, as in they have some sort of debt, some sort of karmic debt that you are paying off or they are paying off, and there's just issues there that need to be resolved, right? So I feel like your person has been through a few of those. But what they didn't know at the time is that those were karmic. Those were not meant to be their final relationship. They were not meant to be the love of their life or the relationship that defines their life until they met you. So here's the problem. They met you, and then it hit them so hard that they finally started to realize that no, you are the one. As in, you're the one that they want to marry. Look at this. Four of Wands. Okay, so I think this hit them very hard because they weren't ready for this. Because why? Because they had been practicing their never-ending story for so long. Their never-ending story of being brokenhearted, being ditched, being betrayed, being backstabbed, being cheated on, being dumped, whatever that those stories were. They had made them part of their own identity. They had made them part of who they are, even though those stories have no place in your person's life anymore. They're in the past, right? They are memories. And so this is the thing. They were really having a hard time because of those memories, right? The memories of those stories. So I feel like this memories card really represents two things. One is them having a hard time with changing their story because they're reliving some bad experiences and bad memories that they had over and over again. And the other aspect is that that if they have stepped away from you or you have stepped away from each other, then they are really suffering also from the memories that they have of you, which are even more painful because now they have realized that you are the one. Okay, so now what they want is to be able to come back together, right? Just to have this with you. And what happened is that with that kind of, it's very interesting with that energy from the past, because I feel like there's a lot of cards here and a lot of energy coming through here for your person that really does have to do with the past, haunted by the past, living in the past, not being able to move forward, even though when they met you, it was like a bolt of lightning, right? It's like it hit them so hard that you are different, you are special, you are not like the others. But they had been so used to the patterns of those behaviors, the patterns of those bad relationships, they literally were starting to see their life as like this dry desert, right? Like it's like, look at this, alone, solitary, looking out into just like barrenness. Like they had started to feel that love in their life was like this desert. It was never going to be anything but empty, dry, desolate, lonely, right? So this is the energy that they had gotten used to, and it's almost like it became their comfort zone. And that is why they're coming through here in this Four of Cups, because that energy, the Four of Cups along with this dry desert, is the exact energy of somebody who has emotionally stunted themselves. Like they've emotionally cut themselves off because they've been through so much pain. Right? Like they've been through so much failure that they have identified with it. And so it's almost like being stuck in this desert is safer. Even though it's painful, even though it's not nice, it's not a pretty place to be, they felt that it was safer for them to be stuck in this, with this kind of emotionally stunted energy, than to open themselves up again, right? Open themselves up again to receive. See, this is the thing. When they met you, when they realized that you are the one, they tried to resist it because they weren't ready to receive something so big, so beautiful, so real, right? And because they're not used to receiving that in the past, right? They're used to only getting rocks in the past, right? Only getting, screwed over. And so when this opportunity came, when you came into their life, it's like them asking, is this too good to be true? I mean, is it even possible for me? Can I truly have this? And so that's what they struggled with a lot. And that is why I feel that with this reading, there is a lot of pain coming through from a separation or a misunderstanding or some way in which they feel that they have lost you. Because they weren't ready to receive, and because they weren't ready to receive this Four of Wands, which is literally getting everything you want, being able to celebrate a wedding, a marriage, a commitment with you, with the person who they love, who is the right person, and being able to finally let go of all of that past energy. But see, this is the great thing here. What I love about this is the fact that look at the contrasting energies here. The Four of Cups, which is all about being stagnant, not being able to move forward emotionally, kind of just being stuck in one place emotionally, whereas the Four of Wands is all about you've moved forward, right? You've moved forward, You are celebrating. There's movement. There's a whole new life waiting for you here. You've decided to take the plunge. Like, you've made the decision that you're going to have this relationship. So it's like totally contrasting, but the middle energy, which I love here between these two, is the High Priestess. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? Because the High Priestess is all about spiritual power. It's all about going within, really starting to understand yourself, letting go of your story, okay? Letting go of your never-ending story of, negativity and heartbreak. Because I feel that for your person, it's like I feel that you are willing to receive them again. Like, you want them in your life, and you know that they're capable of so much. You know that they're a wonderful person deep down inside, that it's their experiences and their bad memories here that have kind of made them who they are right now. But beneath all of that, they are a beautiful person. And so you want them to come back. You want to forgive and forget and move on and be with them. And so I feel that what's so beautiful here is that what your person wants is the same thing. They want to receive you. They want to be able to receive the gift of your love. And so with this High Priestess energy, it's like, it's so beautiful because they're using this as in they are really now looking inside. They're looking at how they can fix this problem right here. Because they know that until they let go of this never-ending story, and until they let go of this vibration that they have going, where it's like, oh, my life is this dry desert, love never works out for me. It's like that story, right? Like, no, I'm always the one who's left heartbroken. Love never works. It works out for the world, but never for me. It's like that energy. And I feel like they're such a wonderful person, but they get stuck here. They get stuck in this right here, right? They lose themselves in this, and they have realized through this High Priestess energy. So this is so lovely. I'm loving this. By going deep within and accessing their own spiritual power, they have realized that this doesn't serve them anymore. It's time for them to move on, okay? It's time for them to receive all of this. It's time for them to get that beautiful, happy ending with you that they so want, right? It's time for them to open their mind up to getting the happy ending, because I feel like until now they didn't even believe that they were worthy of it. They didn't even believe that they could have it. They thought that it was just some sort of a beautiful fantasy or beautiful dream that's never going to happen. But see, now it's like they are realizing that it is absolutely possible, and they're doing that from this High Priestess energy, as well as the energy of appreciation, appreciating you. Okay, you brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. And see, I cheated you out of real love. I ghosted you because of my own insecurities. So see, so if you guys are in some form of separation right now, little to no contact, you're struggling because of all of these issues, just know this, it was their insecurity, right? It was the insecurity from their past, from their failures, from their heartbreaks. And they understand now, and what's so beautiful from this High Priestess energy is that they understand now that they cheated you out and cheated themselves out of this Four of Wands, out of this happy ending, see, because of their own insecurities. So this is really lovely. So I feel very much that your love, they want to come back. They want this, okay? They don't want to struggle through this anymore. They're done. They're utilizing their spiritual power to definitely move forward and come back into union with you. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I love it. So if it's in your heart, if you enjoyed this reading, I would really love it if you subscribed and joined the family. I'm so happy that you're here. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, the links to that are in the box below. And please do leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And so you know how much I love you and believe in you. And I'm so happy you're here. I'll see you all on the next reading.